Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 16th of November, Gary.
Yes, I hope you know the date, Phil. It's getting late in the year.
Woo-wee, 5 auction weekends to go, Gary, until we can kind of pull up stops and relax and suck it all in from the year that went from great to lockdown COVID disaster to great. I mean, who knows what's going to happen next year, but I feel like I need a break already.
Well, you better not start feeling like that. Don't you go all jelly legs on me,
No.
Phil, 'cause we've got lots to go. It's last drinks at the bar. It's approaching the home turn. It's now or never, Phil. We're in the home straight. It's all about to, start getting shut down soon because there's still lots of energy and activity to go, Phil. But if you haven't listed your property, I suggest you call us immediately. Don't wait. Don't watch any more of the show. Just put it on pause and call us now if you want to sell this year because there's no time left.
We can still get you in,
Yep.
but the days are ticking down. Gary, I feel almost a little bit guilty by talking the year to its end with 5 auction weekends to go because theoretically, with all the time that we've spent at home, theoretically, we should just be immersed with energy and positivity. But I've got to tell you, I reckon everybody's out of condition. Everybody's kind of, that COVID, we'll call it the COVID lag. Are you suffering from COVID lag where, it's like fitness. You go to the gym, you're fit and supercharged, and then you take 2 weeks off for whatever reason. All of a sudden, it's like you've got to start from square one again.
Look, when you talk about out of condition and out of energy, I'm just hoping that Order of Glory, my racehorse, has got plenty of condition because it's racing on Thursday, Phil. So get down to Mornington and have a look at that.
Are you tipping it?
Oh, I'm tipping it.
You
for
tipping
a good
the
each way
viewers?
place. Yeah, I'm going to tip it.
An each way bet?
Order of Glory. May it be glorious for us, Philip. Can I just get back to what I was saying? Because in the words of Elvis, it's now or never. Bit of to the tune of O Sole Mio. But I want to take something up with you, Phil, because. And I'm starting to get worried about you. I'm starting to get worried about you. And I think we'll show up the screen here. Now, what is this business now that you're doing these appeals for love? It's like real estate agent looking for love. You're doing these appeals on Facebook. Do you like my pink suit? Is it okay? Well, this has become now a weekly thing. And I don't look at Facebook much, as you know. I'm not that involved.
But clearly you do.
No, I just have a little occasional look, when things are quiet and I have a quiet moment, Philip. I may choose to have a look, but I see that you're on there. And look, I've got to say to all the people that respond to you, just don't do it anymore. Just don't respond. Don't encourage him because all it does is next week is going, what about this hat? What about this suit? What about this shirt? Do you like my tie? Is it too wide? Is it too short? Like, really? You're a real estate agent, mate. Just sell houses. Do what you're supposed to, Like, it's unbelievable.
I'm loving that my Facebook viewership, my Facebook friends are not shy to tell me what they really think. So you might think otherwise, but I'm having some serious fun with this because I rely on my Facebook friends
That's what it is tragic.
to tell me when it's good or it's not. Now, we had my butcher's, my gourmet butcher's.
What's a butcher and gourmet? What are you talking about? You're a restaurateur now. With your Chris Lucas all of a sudden. Butcher, gourmet.
But at an auction, listen, this is all the general public, Gary. On Thursday, we had an auction.
It's not my general public. I'm not on Facebook saying, do you like my tie?
Well,
what about my collar? Do you like my belt?
Well,
okay, go on.
For obvious reasons,
say,
Gary. I mean, I don't think anybody is ever going to comment about
I'm not going to go out there
you're
looking for it.
You're wearing, but on Thursday night, Bialaba Road, right? Beautiful evening. It was a tad cold.
Sorry, I couldn't go. That's another story.
Great property. Yeah. And I have a navy. Well, it's a kind of royal pinstripe suit.
Yep.
And a woman who we know quite well, and a fantastic lady. She's highly intelligent, highly at the peak of her professional area. She's a very smart woman. She says, "You know what, Philip? That suit," and she kind of tilts the head. And when somebody tilts the head,
never going to be good.
It's not going to.
It's sort of like when someone says, "Do you mind if I say something to you?" Nothing good's going to come from that, is it? But go on.
So she tilted the head, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm about to be slammed here. And she says, "That suit, Philip, it's like what an old-fashioned gourmet butcher would wear."
The butcher of real estate. The butcher auctioneers, perhaps. It's a new slogan. If you've got a slogan in mind, put it ideas@garypeer.com.au. We're going to give you a prize for the butcher of real estate slogan or logo you can think of that he can carry around with him. Continue.
Just for the record, so I put that photo up on Facebook and I just said, just some general feedback, if you wouldn't mind. Well, the comments came thick and fast. And there were people quite complimentary people that said, "No, Philip, I think you look lovely," and there were some people that
Put you in your box.
that took the opportunity to tell me what you really think. So I backed it up on Sunday because my tailor, bless his heart, has given me a new wardrobe. And I know that's meaningless to you, Gary, because you just look so dreadful all the time. Doesn't matter how much money I invest in taking you to the tailor. But I released my new pink spring jacket.
Clothes don't make this man, but go on.
Well, let me tell you, we actually, funnily enough, the comments that I got about the pink jacket, Gary, overwhelmingly positive. So thank you to all my Facebook friends, all my Instagram friends for getting behind me and telling me what you really think.
How much you spend? You know, you talked about how much I'm losing on the race, or how much a horse cost me. How much are you spending on your wardrobe? Go on, let's just talk about that now. Let's go all out uncouth and talk about your budget for your wardrobe.
Well, Gary,
how much is it? $100,000?
$200?
$300? Does it get paid through the business or does it get paid privately? I want to know that.
You know, Gary, when I wear it and I put it on Facebook, it's called marketing, right? So as it's marketing, of course it's been coming through the business.
If I put racehorses on Facebook, can I call it marketing?
I don't think that's marketing. But Gary, the truth about my wardrobe budget, there is no budget.
That's a scary comment in itself, Philip. But look, if you're commenting on Facebook about him and it's what you want to do, I suggest get on to Netflix, go on a holiday, read a book. I can give you some good titles. You know, watch test pattern music for the people who've been around a long time. Watch grass grow, paint dry, anything else. Phil, of course, I couldn't join you on the weekend because I was in isolation.
You filthy, diseased thing.
Last week, we did talk about it. We joked about it. You've got to be careful what you joke about. I found that the karma gods, Philip, or God, depending on what you denominate, what God, he or she, or however you identify, they listen. He listens, she listens, it listens, Phil, because last week we joked frivolously about COVID on GPTV as we make light of everything, not that we don't understand it's a serious thing, of course. And of course we talked about the Melbourne Cup and the people at the Melbourne Cup party, and it was so so jolly and funny. Anyway, of course, I happened to be in the company of someone from that Melbourne Cup party who did have COVID. And of course,
who is that person? Can we just name and shame that person?
I'm not going to say the name of that person.
Look,
I wouldn't be fair to name Adam like that. So Phil, I was at the party, and of course, I met with this person. In fact, Philip, I was outdoors with that person, but that person was found to have COVID afterwards. Had to name all of their persons. So of course, I get that heavy SMS from the Department of Health. You will quarantine. You will stay home. You will not go. You will not go out. You will just go and get tested. So I had my first test.
Yep.
Have you done all this?
No,
thing?
I haven't had a test yet. Haven't had the necessity.
I went and got my first, and of course, it would have been an ugly thing if I would have got COVID because I was hanging out with you, and since that meeting with that guy, everything would have been shut down. Of course, thankfully a few auctioneers stood in. But anyway, got the test, came back negative. I knew it was. Peers don't get COVID. We haven't got time for it. Too busy. Got shut down with that, Phil. Then I had to isolate, and then you have to get the other tests. So when I got the other test, I asked the doctor. They said to me, "Look, tomorrow." This is a long story now, isn't it? Tomorrow we will tell you that
I reckon COVID will be over in the entire world.
There'll be the third. The next pandemic will be already. So they said to me, "Look, you go in quarantine, and we'll tell you tomorrow. And then at the end of tomorrow, if you're negative, you can go out." At the end of tomorrow. So I said, "So you tell me tomorrow at midday that I'm negative and I haven't got COVID, I have to sit at home all day. What am I going to do in those 12 hours or whatever it is?" They had no answer for me, Phil.
Even the camera person is looking bored right as we speak.
They had no answer for me, but I tell you what they did do, Phil. They didn't give them my result till 11:30 last night, so they stitched me up.
Viewers, completely over COVID. The sooner it goes away, the better. Although I do notice that in the Northern Hemisphere, Gary, there's somewhat of a resurgence there. So I'm not sure how we're going to get on top of this. But viewers, if you don't have COVID, go out, pump money into the economy, embrace your friends, get in contact.
What do you mean if you don't have COVID? Most people don't have COVID. Well, if you don't have COVID.
If you don't have COVID, I'm just encouraging you to get out and about, spend money, hug people, just get out there and let's get back into life, because ultimately we're going to have to learn to live with this virus,
and
Gary.
I tell you what,
it's not going to go away.
We're just
going to have to live with it.
We also talked about the handshake, and the person that had COVID, I actually went to shake his hand and he went like that.
Really?
And I said, "Mate."
Maybe he knew he had it.
I reckon he might have. And I said, "Mate, shake my hand, mate." Right? So I shook his hand. Well, that was, of course, then I thought, oh, that could have
If
been
you think about it, though, this whole
the golden handshake,
the whole handshake thing
Yeah.
is pretty foul, isn't it? Because I can just now blow my nose, right?
Yeah.
Put my tissue back into my pocket,
Yeah.
which is pretty gross in itself,
Yeah.
and then go, "Oh, hi, Gary," and shake
Yeah.
your hand.
Okay.
It's disgusting, and there's a lot of people with some
I mean,
foul
I do-
habits.
you don't do that.
So
I do that
I
all the
reckon
time,
I
yeah.
reckon the elbow bump.
You like the elbow
I
bump?
actually don't mind it.
Oh,
I don't mind it at
I'm
all.
sorry, I don't like that. You learn a lot from the shake of a hand, Philip. The way they look into your eye, the grip of a person. I think it tells a lot a person. The handshake. Yes,
It does. I agree with that.
Yep.
Let's get on with the show. Viewers, we've just had the most spectacular
Wow.
week. We had 39 sales out of 39 auctions. Now, viewers, that is massive. It says two things. It says the team at Gary Peer and Associates really dug in and made sure we delivered 100% success. But it also says the market continues to perform. There are records being smashed left, right, and centre. Although I think personally, Gary, I'm detecting a kind of plateauing.
Listen, it's unlike you to lose an opportunity to give a good boast, Philip. Let's get the towers up.
Yes.
It's 100% against the industry average.
77%.
Was that
Gary.
77?
Yep,
Was it? And we've
yep.
done 100%.
100%.
Some towers, maybe some dancing girls on the towers, some
some dancing
fireworks
girls,
on the towers,
some dancing boys,
yes,
and
dancing
some
people,
just dancing people.
images. Phil, what an amazing, spectacular weekend!
Huge.
Well done to all of our
Huge.
team. Congratulations to all of our vendors, and well done to all those buyers, Philip, that purchased, because it's hard to buy. Things are hot out there. It's competitive. They've been held back, the buyers. So well done to the buyers. And some buyers might think or feel you don't have to pay a premium, but in the years to come, it won't matter. A mortgage is a good reason to get up in the morning, and you're out of the market and you're done.
A
So
mortgage is a great reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Exactly
if you're going
right,
to take my lines, Gary, and that is trademarked to other agents that watch this show, a mortgage is a wonderful reason to get out of bed in the morning. Trademarked.
You never heard it before you said it?
No, I made that
made
up.
it up.
I
You
made
sure?
that up. And
prepared
it's
to-
like another one, Gary. Wait for this one. Great architecture soothes the soul.
What's that about? What is even that about? How do you apply that to your trade?
Well, we are in the business of selling houses designed by architects. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, fair enough. So this is one of your new lines for
Yeah,
auctions, isn't it?
yeah,
I think
yeah.
you need some new lines. I bumped into someone the other day. Came to auction. I go, we haven't been to one of your auctions for 25 years, and the guy's got the same lines. So it's quite
Not
incredible.
true, not true,
Oh,
not
it was
true.
No,
I've
it was
actually
true.
I've got in the Guangzhou province in
Yes.
China,
Yeah.
I've got 400 Chinese scriptwriters
I hope so.
writing me new
I
material
hope so,
as
Phil.
we speak,
I hope
Gary.
they're all working hard
And next
because
year I'm going to have one of
goodness
those
knows.
little ear things
Yes,
in,
yeah.
and I reckon now that we're all zoomed,
Yes.
my scriptwriters
Yeah.
in real time
Yep.
through my earpiece
Yeah.
could be giving "Say this right now."
Fantastic lines for you, Phil, and measuring the audience's reaction to
If
it,
you
Phil.
are a scriptwriter that happens to be watching the show, in all seriousness,
please.
I wouldn't
Oh,
mind
yeah.
some more new material. It's pretty hard
we
to
need
come
it.
up with new stuff all the time. So if you're watching the show, actually we should bring in a segment,
Yep.
Phil's lines.
Phil's new lines,
Right?
yeah.
There's just Phil lines.
although-
if you've got prize for the best line that comes in this week, ideas at garypeer.com.au, ideas for Phil, ideas for
Although
Phil.
your lines have been used, and I remember there was an auction of, I think it was Julie Gillard's house was auctioned, and they quoted what a witty line the auctioneer had used
Yeah, and it was
straight out of the
mine.
book of Philip
Yeah,
Kingston.
yeah.
But never mind about that. You know what? The art of flattery is imitation, Philip. Is that right? The art of imitation. is flattery.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
That's the one, Phil. Let's talk about some of the results. We are indeed a real estate show, even though we talk about horses, COVID, and his lavishly and ridiculous expensive wardrobe and his appeal to people to love them.
One last question.
love it, yeah.
What did you think of the pink jacket?
I didn't notice it, Phil, because you know that I don't notice it. I'm reading comments. I just, it's like...
So it's 50 comments,
Yeah,
55
I
comments
know,
or
but
something.
For people are colourblind, I'm fashion blind. You can be fashion blind, Phil, because I like to look within people, Philip, deep into their souls. That's the sort of
Yes.
guy that I am, Phil. But that's okay. Keep wearing your suits and feel good about it. Shall we talk about some of the results of the weekend,
let's do
Phil?
so, Gary.
Because some of them were thumpers. And let's just start and go back, Phil. Let's go back to last week, if you can remember that far, because a lot's happened since then. But we auctioned a block of apartments, Philip, in Gourlay Street. And I think it's sale number 90 or thereabouts.
That's
of
well
apartments.
over 90,
Is that
Gary.
right?
I'll give you an updated tally, but it's somewhere
Please.
between 90 and 100 blocks of apartments.
Yep.
This wonderful agency has been entrusted to sell.
We are.
Not another agency in Melbourne, if not Australia, has sold as
Maybe
many
the
blocks
world.
of apartments
Yep.
that we have. possibly the world.
We
Although,
do.
you know, you go to the United States, just
Yes.
a side issue, but it is real estate
That's
related.
okay. You can go on.
You know, you get
You're on a
some
tangent. Go with it.
families,
Yeah.
some wealthy families
Yeah.
in the United States. You know, we talk about how we've got this massive rent roll. There are some individual families that have like 30,000 apartments
That's right,
that
I
they
know.
own themselves.
I remember that. I know. I remember speaking
extraordinary.
to an agent years ago, and he said he was at an international conference. And he was talking to an agent from Germany, and the German agent said, "Yeah, I have a very big rent hall. I'm managing over 2,000 properties." He said, 2,000 properties? That's a lot of properties. He said, "How many owners do you have?" "Just one, only one." And so that one owner owned 2,000 properties, Philip. So,
but they're in the
extraordinary.
United States, which
Yeah.
is a massive population,
Yes,
and
it
there
is.
is a thing called build to rent in the United States, where typically somebody will own a entire block of apartments, like historically they do in Melbourne as well.
Yep.
But it's not uncommon for wealthy families to have literally thousands and thousands of apartments that they own themselves.
Well, good
Imagine
luck to
having
them.
one client.
Yep.
That one client, you've
Yep.
got 20,000 properties.
Yep.
Everything's going smoothly. You're loving life. You've bought yourself a boat and a holiday house,
Yeah,
and you
exactly right.
ski
You've
in
got your
Aspen
client,
and
yep.
all of that sort of thing. And then you get a call one day from that client going,
And nobody says, "I saw that pink suit and what you were doing on Facebook, and I'm out of here, man. I can't deal with you anymore."
yeah, the pink suit was
That's
the
it,
last
straw
straw.
of the relationship. That's it. Okay, well, let's hope we don't have that one client. And let's hope the pink suit's popular. Don't keep commenting on
Gary,
it, though. Yeah.
more sales from the weekend.
Washington Avenue, Philip, that was unbelievable. Washington Avenue, Malvern Eastville, says, okay, discuss. We were looking in the low ones for this two-bedroom property in Malvern East, and gee, we're doing well in Malvern East.
We're doing a lot there,
We are.
Gary.
We're loving it over there. Anyway, Phil, we thought it'd be in the low ones, and lo and behold, I think it sold for $1,715,000, like $400,000 more than expected, Phil. The reserve was in the range. The evidence was in the range, and this is what's going on at the moment, Phil. We are getting occasionally attacked and put on the spot for not predicting the unprecedented record prices, Phil. How do you predict a record price? I mean, you
Viewers,
just
when
can't.
when a good agent
Yeah.
gives you an opinion of value of the property, he should or she should look
Base it
back
on something,
historically at the last 6 months of sales and say, well, here is the last 6 months of sales. This is how they relate to the sale of your property. So conservatively, looking backwards, this is the base value of your property. But in a surging property market, a good agent will also say, with the market going up as it is, this is historically its value, but one cannot predict where it might go to.
Absolutely, and we're getting some prices, Philip. Look, it's a funny market because I know you mentioned earlier, and I sort of wrote over the top of it that it might have plateaued a little bit. And whilst we always like to be the masters of spin and talking things up. I think you're right. Some properties have. We sold a lot of properties before auction, Philip, as well. Some 10.
So we're calling it here on GPTV, and maybe is this program entitled "Has the Market Peaked?" But we're calling it here on GPTV that we think the market is in now heading toward its plateau phase, where it will just even out at current high prices. So you heard it here first. We're calling pretty much the top of the market.
That said, don't be surprised if it goes up further, Phil. We've got inflation, we've got low interest rates, we've got demand, a lot of people holding, so don't be surprised.
I think what you will find, viewers, is that you'll still see a number of sales that just go through the roof. But if we talk about 50 sales, I think, Gary, probably 30 to 40 of those sales will go approximately what the agent has predicted, and you'll see probably still 20% of those sales will still be spikes. And it might be in all price ranges. You can have a fabulous apartment or a fabulous single-fronted house or an incredible house in an incredible street. You'll still see some monster results.
And what's hot still, Phil, is land still is the hottest thing out there. Of course, we had that sale on Langdon Road. Prices undisclosed, Phil, but 20 or 30% more than what was expected, thereabouts.
Interesting though, you take a Langdon Road sale, Gary, and when you have incredible property in incredible streets in incredible locations, that's when you say, look, you can have a price kind of stretching of anywhere up to 20%. And that was a well-contested property. We had 3 or 4 people that wanted it. So no surprise that we got a great result there. But all it means is the next one will cost more in that street.
And we're looking at, in some streets now in Caulfield North, not even necessarily the AAA streets, but some of the other great streets, we're looking at sort of $5,000 a metre now, which is, that is unprecedented, Philip, in a lot of those streets.
It is.
But again, if you're going to buy a block of land and if you've been in COVID and you've saved up a few dollars and money's cheap, you know, does it matter? And I'm not being flippant, but you know, you're going to say, look, we're going to live in this house for 25 years. We like the street, we like the orientation, we like the block size. We can afford it. So what the heck?
Gary,
mate?
move it along because we are
Okay.
just so over
Street,
time already.
Sheffield Street, Philip. Sheffield Street, Caulfield South. Now, there's a good case study because this
Yes.
property sold in 2018, Philip. I think it was for around 1.3 or thereabouts. Now just sold for undisclosed, but almost 1.7, Phil. Now that's
Massive
a really
increase.
interesting case study. Like for like, same property, because the median I don't think tells the story often, Phil, but this one has gone up approximately 33%, about a third of its value increased
Well,
in
Gary,
3
I think
years.
here's an interesting case study. Can you just check to see for me
Yep.
whether another 18 Northcote Avenue is disclosed or undisclosed?
It's undisclosed, Philip.
Undisclosed.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So here's a great case study. Number 16 Northcote Avenue.
18 Northcote Avenue.
No, but number 16
yes, no,
Northcote
16, yeah.
Avenue was sold by another agent
Yes.
in April of last year.
Yes.
So we're talking about, what's that? April, May, June, July, August, September,
Not quite
October.
18 months,
18
yeah.
months. So number 16 Northcote Avenue was sold by another agent. We did think it was sold pretty lightly at the time, so
Yeah, well.
we thought it could have made more. Having said that, we
Sure, the
just
agent did
sold
their best, yeah.
next door. So number 16 sold April last year. We've just sold number 18 at a highly competitive auction, 5:30 Sunday afternoon. We sold it for 50% more, which is staggering because side by side, exactly the same land size, pretty much the same improvement, both sold as land. Extraordinary result, Gary.
We've had some hot auctions, Phil. It's been very competitive. Some have really gone through the roof. And of course, one of those auctions was 17A Hudson Street. The price undisclosed, but another. If you want to see that one,
If you want to see the pink jacket, I just put up on screen that pink jacket again because I think that's what made that auction, Gary.
Of course, it must have, Philip. Let's go into our properties that are upcoming. We've got lots to review. Shall we go through them, Philip?
Let's do it, Gary. Let's do it.
We've got Phil, over 30 auctions this week and weekend. It's going to be a big one. We're not waiting for the weekend. We've got this block of apartments, which is a humdinger, Phil,
The
in Lansdowne Road.
sensational four two bedrooms, 2 one-bedroom apartments. Love that block. 2 street frontage. Lots to love there.
Auctioning in conjunction with Michael Gross from Grosswoodell, our friends, Philip. Now, I've got to spend an extra moment here. I know you want to rush it on, but this is an extraordinary property, Philip, that we're bringing to the market on Saturday morning. We're both going to be at that auction. I'm looking forward to it. 38 Park Crescent, Philip, overlooking the park, a brand new town residence. Tell us a bit about
4
this beautiful
bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, and we love that spot right opposite Caulfield Park and the tram at your doorstep, the new Caulfield Shopping Centre on your doorstep, and I love the headline to this property, Gary, a masterclass in luxury and style. Absolutely sums
What
it
do we
up.
say about the architecture there, Philip?
Good architecture, Gary, soothes the soul.
Okay, 15 Prentice Street, Elstonwick. Also at 10:30, Jeremy Rosen's auctions. This fantastic.
5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, and we love those streets coming off Kooyong Road.
Leo Samuel loves it in Armidale, Philip, and we love this terrific property, well positioned and a great floor plan.
Gary, this block was built by Lloyd Williams,
that right?
who is one of the people that changed the skyline of Melbourne. That's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and an undercover car space.
He's got a few good horses. I don't think he's worried about my stable threatening his, Phil. Let's move on to 2 at 24 Prentice Street. We're going to be in Prentice Street in Elswick and St Kilda East.
Gary, great ground floor apartment there, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space and a courtyard garden.
We've got 4 of them at 11:30, Philip. 4 beautiful properties. Let's start in Sudare Avenue, Malvern East.
Gary, what a fabulous house. That's as many as 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, and directly across the road from the park. Fabulous home.
Buckley Street in Carnegie, Philip, is happening at 11:30.
Gary, what a great opportunity there. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking there, and a beautiful picture postcard, perfect facade.
Jeremy Rosens loves it in Inkerman Street, Philip. He does a lot of work there in St Kilda. Tell us about this one.
Gary, he can just press the lift and go to this property because that's where our office is in St Kilda, in Barclay Street at number 33, and that is a fabulous 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space apartment.
We like that building so much, we bought into it ourselves.
We did,
Philip.
Gary.
1 at 329 Owen Road, St Kilda East. Simon Rodolnik Auctions.
Gary, just across the road from our office, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage. How good is that?
You're having a nice break during the day, but you're back right at the end, Phil. But 12:30, Michael Jonas is going to be in Barclay Street.
Gary, fantastic house, 5 bedrooms, absolutely everything to love there. What a great location.
Leo Samuel back in his hood in St Hubert's Road, a street that keeps us very busy.
Two bedrooms, one bathroom, and a lock-up garage and a courtyard garden. Everything to love there and more.
Double auction action. Let's go to Glen Huntly, Phil. We love it there in Grange Road.
Single story again, Gary. Two bedrooms, one bathroom, and a lock-up garage. Plenty of courtyard gardens. Room to further improve.
We are never sick of selling more properties, Philip. We're not going to be sick of more in Sycamore. I don't think that really came out.
No, one bedroom, one bathroom, one car space though, Gary. Great opportunity to get into the market and a really good building.
Triple auction action at 2:30, Philip. We're going to be in Lewis Street in Ormond.
662 square metres of land with a very livable home. An opportunity exists for both home buyers and land buyers.
Daniel Pier is going to be in Bentley East. We love it and we do a lot of work there.
Well, Gary, this is a great property, isn't it? Two bedrooms, one bathroom, one car park and a storage cage, a modern building, a beautiful apartment.
Phil, 2:30, triple auction action finishes off in Murray Street. Tell us about
Well,
this one.
Gary, let's assume that it's still available. It might not be. Two bedrooms, two bathrooms, two car parks, a wonderful, wonderful home.
Phil, we're going to bring down the curtain late on Saturday afternoon, and what a great property this is in North Road. We've both been through this home before.
Gary, everything to love here. What a great location. What a great opportunity to get into the market.
That wraps up Saturday, Philip. Let's get to Sunday. We've got a busy Sunday morning. There's lots going on. There's many auctions and 4 at 10:30. We're going to start off at 6:05 in Inkerman Road. 6:05 in
Gary, what about that song, Sunday Morning? It sure looks fine. Do you remember who that was by?
No.
Sunday morning, it sure looks fine. 605 Inkerman Road, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, your own entrance and a lift to take you to the first floor.
Philip, there are 3 auctions at 10:30. Remuera Street in Caulfield South is one of them.
Gary, this one may not make it. It might be sold by then. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms and a double lock-up garage and a fantastic location.
Simon Rodolnik, a great auction here, is at 10:30 in Inkerman Road.
Gary, everything to love there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and a very, very spacious apartment.
We just sold in Lucas Street, Caulfield South, but we're back there again, Philip, number 12A.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking, a good-sized parcel of land. I love that property.
We're staying in Caulfield South around the same time, Philip, at 11:30 in Jenkins Street.
Gary, love Jenkins Street, love that entire location. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and a lock-up garage. Lots to love.
First time offered in many decades, Philip. 137 Kooyong Road. What a massive block of land
Gary,
this is.
incredible block of land, 1,107 square metres with one of the biggest frontages that you'll see in Caulfield North. A beautiful older style residence, but the most incredible block of land with a west and northwest orientation.
What would a weekend be without a auction in Elsternwick? We're going to be in Oswald Street at
A
12:30.
single-storey villa, Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage. That is a really good property together with its courtyard gardens.
Phil Riddell Parade, Elsternwick, great street, beautiful property.
Love this development, Gary. We've been very successful there over time. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, basement car parking and a gorgeous outlook towards the sea.
You're going to be in Ludbrook Avenue at the same time, Philip, 1:30. Tell us about this.
4
terrific home.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage there as well, Gary. That is the most fantastic property in a street we know and love.
Back to Sycamore Grove. I won't make any jokes because the last one didn't go well about that name, Phil, but let's go to this terrific property.
Gary, we love this development. It's been really popular. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars. A great property in a great location.
I don't always get to see the apartments, Philip, but I've seen this one, and it's a beauty, this one in Carnarvon Road, Caulfield
Probably
North.
one of the biggest 1-bedroom apartments you'll see. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and of course walk to the Malvern train station and Glenferrie Road.
I know that you're in love with this development at 43 Balaclava Road, and rightly so, Phil. We're auctioning there at 2:30 on Sunday.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking in the basement for 3 cars, not 1 or 2, but 3. The most stunning building, and it's one of the penthouses, one of only 2.
We're bringing it home on Sunday afternoon at 3:30. Phil, hope you've got lots of energy. It's a busy day for you. 102 Murray Street, Caulfield.
Gary, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a swimming pool, everything that opens and shuts. That is a stunning home.
And we are double that auction action to finish off Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Philip, you're in Estelle Road, and I'm in Fitzgibbon. Tell us
Gary,
about both of them.
we love Estelle Road,
Oh, yeah.
59. This is a 5 or 6 bedroom family home, 4.5 bathrooms, lock-up garage, a swimming swimming pool, over 800 square metres of land. It is incredible.
As Club Med comes to Caulfield Northfield, we're going to finish off with a beautiful period home right in the heart of Fitzgibbon Crescent. Tell us
3
about this.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, Gary, period details, modern luxuries. Fitzgibbon Crescent is one of the best addresses in Caulfield North. We love it.
And that's a big wrap for this week's GPTV. Phil, I know that there's a property you wanted to talk a little bit about. That's this Seaview Avenue property in Bentley. This is a special property. Phil.
Gary, it is. Shout out to Leon Gusenfitter, who's got auction honours there. 16 Seaview is as many as 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Massive opportunity to get into one of the most luxurious homes in one of the best locations. We love that house. We love the opportunity.
That's a special feature property for the week, Philip. It's coming up for auction in December. We're looking forward to it. You'll be doing the auction and I'll be there with you because that is a
with your Christmas
house.
bells on, Gary.
I'll be there with some mistletoe, Phil. I'll be ready for hugs and kisses around the Christmas tree as we get towards that time of year, Phil. As I said at the start, it's last drinks at the bar, Phil. It's now or never. We're in the home straight. If you haven't seen it this year, you're probably going to... If you don't see it next week or so, that's it. It's all over till 2022 when you will pay 2022 prices, as you like to say. We don't know what that means, but he likes to say it anyway. That's a big wrap from me on the pink-suited one, Philip Kingston. And good to have you here. Thanks for watching GPTV. Look forward to seeing you next week. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fantastic week.